I will always love you. Or I will always love you. My heart will go on and on.
Wow.
I could have given more.
Be honest, you've been taking voice lessons, right? Be honest.
A little bit, just gotta.
You've been practicing with those YouTube videos I sent you to practice your voice?
You don't get to practice the voice. You gotta be like, and I will always love you. Oh, I will always love you.
You look like the lead singer of Whitesnake, but with horns on.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Randy's Rants.
The Halloween.
Actually, welcome to the Halloween edition of Randy's Rants. We didn't do it
Part two.
Part two. We didn't do it with the other one. We didn't do that intro of Halloween.
Yeah, we
fucked up, bro.
We should have. Was that we went over pre-production?
Yeah, we did.
We didn't really move it into the whole sequence we were gonna do. So Oh, next time. There's still a part 3, Like maybe, every good, there's always
maybe
a part
3. Maybe there's a part 4. Maybe there's a part 5. Who knows?
Who knows? But we'll find out very soon.
Some of y'all may be wondering, what the hell am I? I'm going to be honest. I don't know, because I just really grabbed horns, put on the wig, and I was like, I like this look. What do you think?
I think you look more like, kind of like you're like an 80s rock band, but you're into voodoo.
Exactly.
That's what I think. That's your costume. 80s rock band voodoo person. Yeah.
That's what I was kind of going for. I wanted to add something like, a lot of people you can get all these like one costume that goes to one, but I was like, I'm a person. I like mixing stuff, man. I like mixing things.
The mask reminds you a little Undertaker, like Undertaker minus the horns, not the horns, but the front one, like the Undertaker, because he wore a mask for a year or two. I remember when he got hurt or something, he had a mask like that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Have you noticed? It's a little.
I feel like also for Halloween, man, it's a perfect time to be creative. I feel like that's what's missing in the world at this moment. More creativity. I feel like, and when I mean creativity, don't do creativity just for likes and all that. No. Creativity comes with, you don't give a fuck if it's liked or not. You're still creating it. You still like it. You're going to enjoy what you do, no matter if you get one like. I feel like creativeness now is like, if you don't get the results, it's not creative enough. It's like, no, motherfucker, let's stick to the basics.
Yeah, and honestly, if, sometimes life will be going kind of rough for people. Yeah. People sometimes are going through some shit. And I think around towards the end of the year, like October, November, December, I think you should always, try to find at least something, bring a little light into you, Why
are you wearing glasses?
Huh?
Why are you wearing glasses?
It's the light is just really, really bright. Yeah, it's really bright.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But really, get a little festivity, man. Do something different, Go to Walmart, knock over an aisle and say it's an accident, buy a mask or something, find a little happiness in time.
I'm just gonna say, I do wish we were outside. I wish we were in our new spot. Because I really want to smoke this motherfucker right here.
Probably on the third one. It's outside is pretty bad. We had stormy weather in California. It was pretty
muddy,
bad. So all that water came, guys. And a lot of damage.
Look how beautiful that fucking looks. In
what you smoking on? What's
the smell is fucking amazing. This is a Rocky Patel sun grown. Oh my god, just a smell of it. It smells so fresh. Like, this is what tobacco is. Not a cigarette. Cigarette smells like shit. It's nasty. It is dumpy. It is a straight dump mixed with a whole bunch of bad chemicals, bad for your body. People don't understand. People say, oh, cigar, you get a lot of fucking nicotine. Yeah. But guess what? When you get a cigar, it's all fucking nicotine. It doesn't have all these acids. It doesn't have all these carcinogens to make it more fucking addicting. You don't get that with the cigar. You're getting legit a leaf of a cigar. This is 100%. All right. But the thing is, you have to understand, does nicotine cause cancer?
No.
We don't know that. But you know what does cause cancer? All this shit they put into fucking cigarettes. That causes cancer.
I think it has a unique smell.
It always smells unique.
Smells like a...
People don't... Damn, man.
Like
it's
I don't know, like a log cabin in the middle of a wheat field.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, has a really unique smell. What brand you smoking on? Since you know almost all the brands.
This is Rocky Patel. I literally said the name.
Oh,
when I said it.
I thought you said Rocky Road.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. I must have misheard. You know the dreads. The dreads.
Yeah. You know. Maybe your fat ass is hungry too.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Booyakasha, man. Yeah. That's cool though, man. How much you pay for that one?
Came with my subscription. But I think a box of this is like $200, $300.
How much does the box come with?
20. It depends on the brand. Each brand does. Some do 20, some do 10, 15, 16. So it depends. Depends.
All right.
Even the taste. People don't understand. There's a taste of these.
That's good.
You know,
I like how you...
I got this. So this one I've been wanting to smoke for a while. It's a San Cristobal. Not Mario Cristobal. San Cristobal. Oh. Has a toucan on it.
Oh. I like the label to this one.
Know. It's very...
Not too bad.
Man, this is like a whole culture. There's a culture when it comes to cigars, man. It's a whole different vibe.
I give you that, man. It's different
about this vibe going on, man.
Even more. And honestly, with the mask on, you want to smoke that even more, huh?
I know. Like, imagine if I'm smoking this right here, dude. How am I gonna look fucking amazing, bro?
That's true. Yeah. But hey, man, on next episode we'll try to get it in there, man.
But I am gonna say this, guys. With these episodes I've done with these wigs and costumes, I've come to a decision here and now. Be prepared for more fucking wigs, man. Because I'm not gonna lie. I like the look.
I like creative.
I like the vibe. Like, I wear this, I'm a different person.
You sound different too.
I feel different. I sound different.
You're like what's it called? It's like you're like a wrestler, and anytime you put that costume on, you become that person.
I don't know how to say it, man. Like, I had the Joe Dierte on, I became Dierte. My name was Joe Dierte. It was Jose Tierra, as my brothers from the South said. You know, and like, I just love Halloween. This is why I like Halloween. I love Halloween. Reminds me of my childhood. And I just, I'm able to, especially now, working and doing stuff. Guess what? I can buy the costumes I always wanted.
Yeah.
I can create my own shit, man. Maybe next time I come in with a fucking bulletproof vest with this on. I don't know.
Honestly, maybe that would, maybe put a little G unit on you.
Maybe get a fucking trench coat. Maybe I get a robe. A throne. That's true. I don't know, but I like it. Be prepared for more shit like this. Be prepared for other stuff that I got brewing for y'all to see, for y'all to hear. Because I enjoy this.
Dude, can you just shut the fuck up and listen to yourself right now?
What?
Listen to yourself.
Did I do something wrong?
No, because you're so fucking right. That's what it is.
That's what I was afraid of.
Exactly.
Man. Is this how wrestlers feel before going to a ring? Because I could totally do this with minus the steroids, but I can totally see myself doing this. You know, I got little pea shooters. These pea shooters can do something.
Well, you kind of look like Brock Lesnar a little bit. A little bit. Like his retarded cousin.
Doc Lesnar.
That's a good one.
Fuck you.
You notice since once October hits, they put all that haunting shit on TV.
I know.
Like every episode is a fucking haunting show or a show if someone got haunted and shit like that. And I was like wondering, damn, like do they just save all that shit for that 1 month, or they just bringing out shit like that all the time?
I don't know. There should be a new haunting coming out soon, no? Like, or season 3?
Oh, which on the Netflix?
Yeah. I think there should be a new one coming out for this December.
So. They should, I think there should be a new I think this month there should be a couple new episodes.
Dude, if there's one thing I'm excited, Resident Evil, that new movie, I'm excited. It looks badass. It looks original to the video games. Because those other Resident Evils,
no, the first one, let's be honest. The first one's kind of stayed semi-loyal.
Yeah, no. You didn't let me finish, though.
I'll let you finish now.
Yeah, let me finish. Because the other Resident Evils, they sucked, except for 1 and 2. 2, I still kind of liked.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they added Alice, which she was never fucking in. But, you know, it was cool. It was still, they stuck, they had Nemesis in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. No problem. But when I got to the third movie, I was like, oh, fuck you guys. You literally just slapped me in the face.
And took a dump on you.
You took a dump. You literally slapped me till you knocked me out, right? But you didn't knock me out where I won't remember. You made sure I was on the ground, my eyes open, while you took a dump on my chest. And it was a regular dump.
It's a rolling brownout.
Not even that. It was a dump that's like diarrhea mixed with chunks of corn for me to remember.
Oh, that's
what Resident Evil. Now
that's as low as it gets right there.
This new movie has my hopes up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, how do you fuck up a movie that's already kind of there? Like, I would love to see Amazon do a show on this. A series would be cool for Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil needs a series, kind of like Lord of the Rings.
I honestly think they will. You know, let's wait till that Lord of the Rings show one comes out, the one on Amazon. Mm-hmm. But they could, you know, make at least a mini series about that. Yeah, it makes sense.
There's this other show on Netflix that's so cool. It goes into like sports, mainly college sports, and it goes through a whole bunch of scandals.
Oh yeah,
did you see it?
Yeah,
the first one was ASU.
Yeah,
the two players get paid $20,000 each game to make sure they only win by 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, great fucking series. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I like it because it's different.
I think that's how college sports is. Have you noticed that?
It's possible.
I think there's a lot of that shit is so common. Because there's a lot of money in that gambling shit, and I guarantee you people are betting a lot of fucking money on that shit.
You know, we know there's corruption in boxing, right? But when you listen to the Mike Tyson My Life with Customato, which is a great fucking book, Audible, it's like an 18-hour listen, so you can spread that within a week, 2 weeks. Listen to an hour a day. It's fucking amazing. But the one thing you see that back then boxing was even more corrupt than it is now, because back then the mob had tied to it. You know, you didn't become somebody unless you gave them a piece.
Yeah,
you know, and in there
pay the piper.
It kind of goes, but it doesn't really go. Like Customato made it on his own. They didn't mess with him. But in reality, there's possibilities that he had mob ties, but those mob ties were so close to keep him separate, but at the same time protected him from others. It was crazy. I'm not saying that it was, but I'm saying it's a big possibility. But Customato, man, his way of seeing things, the way he molded Mike Tyson, I'm gonna be honest, it gave me a different perspective on life itself. Like, he literally got this kid who was in juvie, going in and out, you know. He trains first with the CO officer, with the corrections officer in his juvenile detention center. Trains with them for about a month. The guy sees that he has potential. He's like, he has this drive that other kids don't have, like him. Takes him to meet Customato, and this is Customato after he doesn't have any champions right now. He just living basically. And when he gets to Mike Tyson, in the book, it seems like Mike Tyson gave him another reason to keep living.
Yeah.
Gave him a new goal.
Gave him that little spark.
It gave him that spark, and he saw how Mike Tyson won. And now I'm going to tell you this, though. There was a lot of times that you hear people, oh, you want to be around negative people. You don't want to hear that all the time. But you know what? I've come to my senses that with that book, sometimes you need people like that around in your life. Because if you listen to that book and how Cuss was with Mike, you would see, man, this fool gave him... He would give him compliments, but at the same time would sometimes bring him back down, say some negative stuff. But in reality, man, you need people like that because they're gonna push you. You know, you need some negativity in your life. You need people that's gonna give you what you don't want to hear to make you push more. You know, it's like he says, fear. We all born with fear. You cannot be without fear. You know, fear is a good thing because
Can you say real fast? Because you're moving this fear thing. That's pretty deep how you're getting into it. I was hearing like a biblical verse about fear. So like no human, like God never put fear in no person. Like fear doesn't exist and thing. It only exists to you instinctually. Like if you see a snake, don't jump off a cliff. But I was reading this one guy was saying, like, he was getting really into like scriptures, like that God created every human in this earth is born without fear. But that fear that they put, that fear that starts putting in your mind, it's the other guy. Rhymes with Rayton.
Maybe.
That's what I heard.
Maybe.
But keep going on then, though.
Because how Cuss says it, he's like, fear is always going to be there. He's like, if you learn how to control fear, you'll be great. You can do extraordinary things, but you let fear get out of control, it's like a fire. You can make fire work for you, but you let it get out of hand, it will destroy every bit of you. You know, and he was literally saying, when it comes to fear, learn how to control it, because you will never be without it. You know, it's something that's naturally there, because without fear, you will never be as great as you are. Because think about it. If you live this life fearless, that same fearless is going to get you killed.
Yeah, eventually you're going to want to, like, you know, like...
You're just going to go forward to something, maybe to a bear or to a snake.
Or wrestle an anaconda or something.
But guess what? If you got that fear, you're going to figure out ways around it. Not to get caught in it. How to not get into its hold. You're going to figure out, you know, if you live... fearless life, you're gonna go into everything. It's gonna kill you pretty soon. But if you control the fear to the point where it helps your mind, to the point where you're like, you know what if I just go around this snake, put this, maybe create a little fire between me and him where he ain't gonna want to attack me, then you live and the snake lives.
Yeah.
But the way custom model.
How long did it take you to finish the whole Audible?
Bro, it took me a week because I was hooked on it. I got hooked on that, and not only that, I was in some reviews.
Were you as hooked on it when you got into, what's it called, that soap opera, Days of Our Lives? Were you that hooked on it, or more? Okay.
Yeah, more. You know, and it goes into more. Like there's some parts where you don't like. Because before I read reviews. Some people didn't like it. Some people said like it's more of a story of Cuss. But after listening to it, I get it. Because I'm like, in order to understand the relationship of Mike Tyson and Cuss, you have to learn Cuss's background when it comes to how he was to Mike Tyson, when he got to Mike Tyson. You know, you can't just start the story there, because how you get Cuss to that point is everything in the future. And it's like crazy because Patterson betrays him, like really cuts him out of his corner, but later on wants to say that Cuss was the one who abandoned him. But later on in interviews, he realizes that the one mistake he did was leaving Cuss, because Cuss was the one that was actually his number one. Like, everything's for you, because Cuss was the one trainer that, especially what he was known for, what he took care of all his fighters. He'd take money out of his own pocket to give to his fighters. He made sure they had money to live, to eat, and everything. He was the one that Patterson at that time was the most paid boxer. Why? Because Cuss was the one managing him. Cuss was like, no, we want 50% of this and a guaranteed $250,000 for him. So
imagine how Tyson would have ended if he would have lasted a little bit longer.
Cuss D'Amato is the reason how boxing is right now. How fighters get the majority of the money.
Really?
That has to be with Cuss, because Cuss is the one that had that revolution. He went against the mob and the IBC, because the IBC controlled everything. You couldn't get nowhere unless without him. They controlled everything. Cuss had that fight. He hated him.
Really?
Even goes a little bit into Bob Arum. He also hated the fuck out of Bob Arum.
Yeah, a lot of fucking boxers and people around boxing fucking despise Bob Arum.
But if there's something I know, after reading the book, if Cuss D'Amato hates him, there's a fucking reason. Because in that book, man, I'm telling you, anyone listening to this,
sued him, so
watch the book. Listen to the book, My Life with Cuss D'Amato, Mike Tyson. It is fucking great. It is a book that's changed.
Wow. That's good. That's crazy. You finished it in a week.
Dude.
You really binged on it then,
I got hooked on it. But dude, it's such a good book. I may listen to it again within a month.
Wow. Damn, that good? Is it better than
really
what's it called? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Broke Dad?
It's different. You can't compare the two. You can't compare. Okay, it's just it's so different.
Knowledge base is different.
Knowledge base and it's very different because you're talking two different worlds. Cuss D'Amato at one point went broke because he was fighting the IBC. He was giving his fighters money. He went broke for a while. But if there's one thing that you learn, that how much love he had from Mike Tyson, because even Mike Tyson, when he went broke, Cuss D'Amato left him something that was worth $250,000.
Really?
He even told his wife, "Hey, when I'm gone, you take care of Mike."
Wow.
And when he told Mike,
why haven't they made that into a movie?
Hey, and when he passed, before he passed, he told Mike, "Hey, you make sure you take care of Camille." He didn't even tell him, be the greatest, be this. At that moment, his goal was take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He did. They both, till then, if you look up Mike Tyson and Camille, you'll see pictures of them taking pictures, family pictures, and how they were still so close. It is actually really good. It made me cry in a few instances.
Would you ever hear the audible of Kim Kardashian's autobiography? Why not? She probably has some good stories too.
I'm fine.
That's fucked up, Randy. Come on.
I like what I like. I'm not going to change.
You know that sex tape she was in?
Yeah.
You know that was edited 3 different times.
I bet.
How very explicit it was in there. It got pretty rough.
Detail?
Huh?
Can you go more detail? What do you mean?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I was watching like I don't know if a documentary about like that, but the guy who actually like got it and like arranged the whole sale.
Where did you listen to this though?
I saw it on like a documentary about sex tapes.
But where?
I was bored.
Where?
I was watching it. No, that was a long time. It was like a year ago. It was on E News. He said when they got the Kim Kardashian one, it was so bad they had to edit it 3 times because it was like just to make it releasable.
What do you mean releasable? Like, give me a difference. Try to compare it to something.
Okay. Let's just say, you know R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Like, you know the Dave Chappelle, that song he did about R. Kelly?
Yeah. The I Want to Pee on You?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's say there was a lot of that.
No. You're lying.
I am not lying.
Quit playing.
I ain't playing.
Quit lying.
I ain't lying. It's a true story. It had to be edited 3 times. The first one, they had to cut that one. The second one, there was some incidents where like other stuff happened. Maybe a Hulk, maybe, you know, a green Hulk, but it had to be edited 3 times. And the company who owns the rights to it has that one, the original one that they won't release.
Oh, wow.
But that makes you think like,
must have been dirty.
Yeah.
Real dirty.
Exactly, but to not even Pamela Anderson and what's his name? Tommy Lee was like edited.
Oh, wow, that shit's crazy. But I don't know, man, but this shit's fucking kind of nuts.
Why don't you hear an autobiography of that one? That'd be interesting.
Nah, thank you. I don't want to listen to it.
Why not?
Nah, I'm cool.
No, huh? You're most into like the whole motivational.
Like, you have to understand, you know what? When you listen, especially to not even motivation, man, but you gotta understand when it comes to Mike Tyson had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these books I like to read, like some of these people didn't have nothing, and they just somehow created so much good shit, dude. It's just good, and especially when you're able to get the side of Customato, when you listen to it on Mike Tyson's side, it is fucking amazing thing. I'm gonna tell you that it's such a great fucking book.
I have a question on Audible. Do you have to pay monthly or to get the book, or you have to buy the book too?
It's monthly. You don't buy the book.
Oh,
they give you the credit so you can listen to it.
Oh, okay.
If you want the hard copy, you gotta buy the hard copy.
Oh, all right. Damn.
It's fucking good, but I like Audible. I've been reading a lot of books on there, listening to a lot of books on there, man. And I'm probably gonna be doing it more often now. And it's funny, I had it for a year and a half, never used it. I was paying it for a year and a half, never used it till now.
I think the one you would like is the autobiography on Bob Marley.
Oh, definitely. I want to listen to everything.
I think that one is one. Right now, literally, like that guy. One time, he was like performing at a concert in Kingston. Someone grabbed the machine gun his trailer.
Oh man!
And they were threatening him. Hey, if you go perform that day, we're gonna smoke you. He's like, nah, man. He's like, yo, man, you cannot stop here. You know,
it's a revolution.
Yeah, no woman, no cry. And he still went on and performed like he didn't give a shit. Sure, he ended up dying of cancer 3 years down the road, but he didn't give a fuck, dude. They machine gunned his trailer.
In the book too, it talks about Sonny Liston and how there's a theory that he never really overdosed. That it was the mob that killed him, but they injected him with heroin.
Really?
It's crazy how it goes into the mob and more other stuff.
You see, I'm surprised. What's it called? The guy who did the Irishman. What's his name? Oh, what's his name?
Martin Scorsese.
I'm surprised he hasn't done that on Customato.
Who knows, man? Customato would be a great fucking movie, no lie. If you just make just make it on that book. If you base it off that book, you can make a 2-part movie, 3-part movie, or maybe just make it into a series.
That's true.
You can, because you can do the beginning, You can do the first season where it's him and Mike, and then the second would be a prequel to the first one where it goes to him between his other fighters, Jose Torres and Patterson. It's good.
Man, that's an interesting story, but you just remind me of an interesting story that I heard recently. This story's...
Then go, hurry up.
No, I'm
going slow. You're like too much to build up, bro. Like that's too much of a.
It's adding suspense to it, Randy. That's what people want to hear.
Fuck your suspense, bro.
Fuck you.
You get Rastafarian dreads. They don't fucking. There's with suspense.
Do you even know what Rastafarian means? It's a religion.
Yeah, Rastafarian means hurry up.
It means no. It doesn't mean hurry up. It means hurry up and buy it.
But go say your story.
Well, I heard this guy told a story. Told both of me and you the same story. Interesting story. About the Snicker killer.
Oh. Nah. You really want to say that now?
I think people need to hear this
one, dude.
I think we should drop it because Halloween.
Go.
Kids are giving out Snickers.
Bro, I don't think people want to eat Snickers after this, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. So this is a story about I'm gonna change the location, but it's a jail. Maybe someplace on the West Coast where
a jail or a prison.
Same thing. Same thing.
It's not the same thing because prison is more longer terms. Jail's like with less than a year.
Okay, I'm gonna say prison. Okay, I'm gonna say prison. Fucking get everything perfect over here.
Get your facts right, all right? We got listeners that maybe learn from us, dude. At least give them some good information.
This is a very thing, a true story. I'm gonna change we just call it prison, right? So there's a story about this prison that there was an interesting character at this prison. This guy was like a 6'6" black dude, and he just didn't give a fuck. Like he just, you know what? If like people he didn't like there, he would fucking beat the shit out of them, and he would go to town on them.
Eat their ass?
This other things. Other stuff. But in other stuff's that other person's ass.
So he'd eat their ass?
No. He would just destroy their ass. Basically, like any like person there that was I think
would put his cucumber in their watermelon?
Yes, I'm pretty sure the listeners get the story, but apparently this guy would only go after people that were like snitches or like, hurt children. He had like a little bit more morals. But if he figured out that you were either did something like that to a child or you were like a rat, a stinking, filthy, cheese-eating rat.
What about rapists?
Or rapist, too. All that stuff. Anything like that. Beat women, too. Basically, if he got you on lockdown, like they would tell him the people in the jail would tell him what person was due with that.
Because people don't know there's corruption in prisons. One of the biggest places where there is corruption is in prisons.
Mm-hmm. But this guy would once they figure out where he's gonna go to, the caretakers would make sure that gate was open. So this guy would go there and he knocked the fuck out of that person he was gonna go there, and he would just basically destroy him. Destroy him for a couple hours. And because he would literally knock him out, like beat the fuck out of him. So this person is out. They got Mike Tyson. They're out. And he would go in there and he basically demolished that guy's rectum. And after he was done, his signature.
Oh man, I remember this.
His signature. Ever these crazy motherfuckers leave their signature. He would leave a small Snickers.
Oh man, it's even worse because he had a big Snickers and he was feeding you the big Snickers.
Exactly.
You were eating it through your
if
ass.
you are the unlucky person that you got when that thing opened and you felt you got knocked the fuck out and you woke up the next day bruised up with rectal destruction and you found a Snicker on your chest, it's because you got destroyed, and that truly happened.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think word got out of that place, and that has shipped that guy to a different prison. But
yeah, I think they moved him to a prison down south.
Dude, when I heard that story because it was given us by the person whose cousin was in that prison,
actually next to that cell.
I already had like 3 Snicker bars. I guess I buy them. I just threw them away. I cannot even look at a Snicker now for at least a couple months, at least a year after that.
Yeah, I couldn't, dude. I'm like, imagine now eating a Snickers and knowing that some guy in a prison would wake up to a Snickers on his chest and his asshole hurting because somebody was just.
And they called him the Snicker killer because he would kill their ass.
Man.
It's just fucked up how that thing happens in there, man.
I know people probably want to say it's a lie, but I'm going to tell you this. I've done my research on it. If you look into prison corruption, you would realize how much corruption there is in these prisons to the point where you can get anything in there if you got the money, the right people.
It's like it really is like the Shawshank Redemption.
How do you think they get cell phones in prison?
Mm-hmm. Cell phones, Popeye's chicken,
drugs,
computers.
How's drugs? They check your asshole before you go in.
Mm-hmm. There's always some kind of shit. It's like its own little world, man.
Yeah, I know this one guy who told me that there was one time a pedophile, and this one guy who was in prison for a while, he was like, hey, that's a motherfucker that did shit to my niece. And this is true story. I'm not going to say any names, though.
Yeah, for legal reasons,
They got that guy in the shower and they stabbed him 30 times.
Really?
They don't know if he lived or survived because they took him out. I asked him, like, whatever happened. He's like, no one ever knows because they moved him immediately. They don't know if he actually did survive or not, but he said it was 3 of them, and they just, when they got the chance, just stabbed him 30 times.
You know what? I knew someone that worked at the prison where they had Charles Manson.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
They say that guy would get so much fucking mail from his fans. Like $10 here, $20 there. And he would write like drawings and he would send them back and shit like that. And he was that guy was getting mail for the last 30 years, like 20 letters a day. Like he was getting also like cookies, freaking like homemade breads from fans. Like all over the world they would send him shit. Why the fuck would you want to send a fucking psychopath shit?
People are fucking weird, dude.
It's fucking weird, huh?
Those are weird.
It's like if you started dating Jodi Arias knowing she's locked up for life for murdering her boyfriend. That'd be fucking weird. It's like, why are you hanging out with Jodi Arias?
I don't understand people nowadays.
It's just weird, huh? Why do people so attracted to weird shit like that? Like sending a serial killer stuff. Like cookies.
Honestly, I think there's
banana bread.
I think that they're
bars
just
selfish.
Of soap. They're just selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Like you doing this, but I'm like, guarantee if he did something to your family, you would hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Don't give dirt bags and pieces of shit. Don't send them letters saying you want to fuck them. Don't send them shit. They killed innocent lives. What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, if you find that fucking attractive, like seriously, you got a fucking mental issue.
Like that guy, what's it called? That guy who killed his wife in Modesto? What's it called? Scott Peterson?
But I'm also
Scott Peterson?
I don't know, but I'm going to clear this too. There's a difference from someone who's like just sells drugs, guns, and to people who, and those who just kill innocent lives. 2 different things. You can find a drug dealer attractive. Okay, cool. Because it's different. He's trying to make money.
It's going to look like a Scarface bad. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's not killing an innocent life like these motherfuckers. They're not, they're not doing it. If someone dies in a crossfire, then that's that, and I blame them for it because they could have handled it different.
Mm-hmm.
But to people who rape and kill innocent lives and pillage and do all this, they're pieces of shit, dude. I got morals, but I'm not gonna throw in a drug dealer in there because that's a different thing. You can't put them with the serial killers, the serial killer rapists, and all that tie their victims, rape them, and then kill them. I'm not. Drug dealers are different. Sure, they may destroy society.
What's really, really fucked up? The motherfucker that killed freaking John Lennon is freed.
Oh, fuck that piece of shit.
That guy is freed. They freed him from jail. Motherfucker shot John Lennon after giving an autograph, and that autograph was sold at auction for $25,000.
But that's sold at $1 million.
No, it was like 25 or 50 grand around.
No, but I would think so because it was the last one he did before he died.
That was sold 10 years ago. I don't know what would sell now.
True.
But that guy is free. What the fuck does that tell you about the judicial system?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
That's horseshit.
It is.
It's crap. It's no bueno. It's bad. But what can you do?
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Want to call it?
No. Well, how much time we got?
Well, probably at the 40-minute mark.
Are we really? Damn.
Yeah.
This shit went fast.
I know.
Fuck. You know what? Yeah, maybe we should call it.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
But thank y'all for listening, guys. Follow Randy's Rants on YouTube. Randy's Rants podcast on Instagram.
MySpace. Watch out for the new merch dropping soon.
Some new stuff coming in.
Randy's Rants first shirt, custom made by Randy.
You can't talk and I talk at the same fucking time.
I'm doing it on purpose.
What the fuck is your problem?
I'm doing it on purpose to get you mad.
I'm gonna fucking bust your knee. I got a fucking bat in my car. I'm literally gonna hit you in your knee.
Would you really hit a guy that has dreads on?
Yeah.
Would you really do it? Be honest.
Yeah. Because I know
hit a Rastafarian with dreads?
No, I know who you are. That's what I'm gonna do to you.
Fuck you. All right, go.
But thank y'all for listening. Follow us on Instagram, Randy's Rants podcast. Also, Randy's Rants YouTube channel. Got some cool stuff coming in for you, especially these Halloween specials, maybe Christmas specials. Maybe we got something brewing up there too. But I got some new things that I want to work on too. So there's a few things I'm gonna start adding. But soon we'll probably have another spot. So this will probably be no more.
Even though it's a good wall?
It's good, but let's just say a new spot is in the works because it's time for a new change. It's time for something new. Not new, but an upgrade.
Yeah, I'm going to say upgrade.
It's an upgrade, man. We definitely needed an upgrade here. There's a lot of things I want to do, and the ball's rolling. You know, you work hard enough, at one point that ball's going to roll. So for you guys, whatever you guys are working on, just get to fucking work. Put every other bullshit aside. It's time to get some fucking work done, all right? The work can't be on its own, man. You gotta work to better yourself every day. Create a goal. But love you guys. Greatness is one day at a time. And let's fucking get it. All right. Bye. Sorry about that.